never fail me yet. Jesus Christ never failed me yet.
A timely lyrical reassurance for a mother, Velma Thompson, who wore full black to the joint funeral for her 61-year-old son who died of an illness and her 46-year-old daughter who was shot dead. The late siblings, who are from the Water Lane area of Clarendon, died 2 months apart. The brother, Howard Williams, worked for years as a cook at Maypen Market in the Clarendon capital, and his sister, Allicea Williams, was a hairstylist who operated at Lionel Town and Maypen. Both are past students of Racecourse Primary School and Kemps Hill High. Their Thanksgiving service, which took place on Sunday the 7th of December 2025, was held at the Church of God Seventh Day on Water Lane, Clarendon. Their caskets, placed next to each other in front of the congregation, are both brown, only that the brothers is of a darker shade. The councillor for the Racecourse Division in Clarendon did a tribute in which he said he knew both siblings well, adding that they supported him on different journeys over the years.
It is not easy because death is the hardest thing to accept in life. There are so many memories, and while it brings joy, it also brings pain because the people who you share those memories with are no longer with you.
The politician also used the opportunity to urge people in earshot to support the bereaved family.
I ask you now to continue to give support to the family because this is the time where they need it most. I ask you now to continue to pray for the family because, as I said, in the midst of it all, we know that weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning.
The support for the grieving family was evident during the funeral, as reflected in, among other things, the relatively large turnout and the encouraging words expressed in and out of the church. The sister's casket is shown there being placed inside an Audrey Funeral Services hearse at the end of the Thanksgiving service. The funeral actually took place a day after what would have been her 47th birthday. She, according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, was shot dead at her Clarendon home on the 16th of October 2025. The tragic circumstance of her passing resulted in police officers maintaining a presence at the funeral. During the Thanksgiving service, Dr. Kevin Williams, who presented the eulogies for his two siblings, stated that his late sister, who did not have any biological children, was kind and also was a lover of fashion, party, music, and a simple life. She was the last of 7 children for her mother and one of 5 shared between both parents.
Even as a young girl, Lisa would love to design and make things of her own, altering any piece of clothing, adding personal touches. No one piece of garment was too big once she had a needle and a piece of thread. After completing high school, she developed a passion for hairstyling, which was something she shared with her other sisters, Lane, Sonia, and Mem. I suppose you could say that this passion was born out of a need for survival. And so, along with her sisters, Lisa went on to open hair salons in Lioneltown, Maypen, where she spent several years working as a skilled hairstylist. Today, our hearts are heavy. But though our hearts are heavy, we celebrate the person my sister was to all of us. Remember the life she lived and the values she lived by.
Pallbearers are shown there carrying from the church the casket bearing the remains of Howard. His brother, in the eulogy, stated that he was known in and out of his community, mainly for his superb culinary skills. He also had a passion for music and often performed at community events. Howard has 2 children, Melissa and Delroy Williams, who were both at the funeral.
Each of us carries a memory of him, whether a shared laugh, a meal he prepared, a song he performed, or a simple kindness he offered without hesitation.
The brother and sister were buried in adjoining graves inside the Clarendon-based Gimimibit Cemetery, located several miles away from the church where the funeral service took place. The mother of the late siblings is shown there arriving outside the burial site. She was observed displaying mixed emotions at different points during the proceedings. She appeared to be crying at some points, and she smiled at times when light moments were shared during tributes at the church. Inside the cemetery, she sat a short distance away from the graves at the gathering, and she did not look at her children's caskets while they were being lowered.
That my request
Send it on clean.
Before the lowering took place, the family allowed persons in attendance to view only Howard's body.
We now commit the bodies of our loved ones, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, where they shall await the call of the Lord. I ask you to continue to give your support. I trust that we'll learn lessons from this, that our lives must be covered and must be safely sheltered in the Lord. Amen?
Amen.
And if you don't remember anything else, remember that you need to get that shelter. You need to get that place of protection. I ask you to be a loving community. I ask you to be a caring community. And may this draw us nearer to God. Amen?
Amen.
When the proceedings formally ended, the bereaved mother joined others in leaving the burial site. The weight of the double burial, no doubt, still etched on her mind. Thank you for watching this episode of the Funeral Report right here on Jamaica Beacon Media, the trendsetter in funeral reporting.